Hey everybody, welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm working on a project this afternoon real quick, and I started working on it and I thought, hey, let me just grab the camera and record this because why not? Maybe you'll like to watch it. So here's what I'm doing. I have a outdoor spiral Christmas tree decoration that we put in front of our home during Christmas, and we have two of them out there, one on each side of the house. One of them died, and it's kind of an expensive thing. It was like 80-ish bucks from Lowe's, this tree. We bought them last year, so 2017's Christmas, we bought them, put them out there. They were out in the yard for like three and a half weeks for last year's Christmas. I put them out there this year for 2018 Christmas, and it was on for maybe a week and a half and it died. And I called the manufacturer and they basically told me that nothing they could do. They were a company out of Mexico and was nothing that they were going to do about it. Their suggestion was to try to return it to Lowe's. Lowe's, unfortunately, if you've ever bought Christmas stuff from Lowe's, has a strict 90-day return policy with receipt only. Obviously, I'd been well past the 90 days, and even though this thing had only been in actual operation for a month, because I had bought it a year in advance, they were like, nope, sorry, you're stuck. So I wound up having to buy a new one, and now I'm left with this broken one. And so I started to throw it away, and then I was like, no, let me do something with this, because I'm always looking for something for vines to grow up. And so what I'm doing right now is I am cutting the lights off of this tree spiral so that all I'm left with is a stand and the conical tree-shaped form, so that I will then have a tree-shaped topiary, basically, for decorative vines to grow, ornamental vines. And I will probably plant some black-eyed Susan vine on this. It's kind of my plan right now for the garden. You'll have to stay tuned for some of my garden tours coming up this summer to see what I actually plan on it. But let me flip this camera around and I'll show you what I'm talking about and just kind of walk you through this basic cleanup of this broke down thing and upcycling it to something useful for the garden. All right, so here's the box. So here's what it looks like in the yard. And I don't want you to think that I'm knocking this product. While it was very unfortunate that I had an issue with this particular one, I did buy another one. I replaced it because we love these things. They're awesome out in the front yard. But at the end of the day, I'm left with this. So here's what I'm doing right here. I just have it on the back of the truck. And if you can kind of see, I've already started here. I just have a pair of nippers. And all I'm doing is, there is a plastic form that the rope LED lights were attached to with zip ties all the way around. Let me zoom in so you can see. So zip ties all the way around. So all I'm doing, sorry guys, is coming in with my nippers, cutting that, and pulling it off. Now that's going to leave me with just the form and the support wires that hook to the frame. So I'm going to finish working on this, and then when it's all done, I'll put it back together and show you what I am left with. So here we go. There it is. It's all, the lights are all taken off of it. So let's go over to our stand and I'll show you what it will be. So here's the stand. All right. And let's see if we can get this on. So what I'm left with now is a topiary vine holder stand. So I will, like I said, I will come in when I find a spot for this in the garden, and I will plant some vines around the base and just let them grow up. And this is really good because it has these clasps which come all the way down and connect to the stand. So you know what, let me just hook it up and I will show you. So we are back. So if you can see here, I have it secured, and there's a plastic stopper that came with it originally. So I kept that, so that is now secured in place. So the pipe flares out here, catches the plastic frame, and then there's a cap to keep it on top. And then these are tension spring-loaded wires that come all the way down and catch on the frame. So there it is. All right, so there you have it. Just an easy, quick upcycling project. And it still looks a little Christmassy now. But my hope is that with vines, especially a vine like a black-eyed Susan vine, if you're not familiar with that vine, it is a very fast grower. It is very prolific, and it will fill in and get very thick. So my hope is that I'll just kind of suck it up and deal with this random Christmas decoration through a month or so of early spring, get that vine in the ground, and then by middle to end of summer, it's just going to be this glorious tree-shaped flowering vine for me. So that's my idea. That's my thought process for there. We'll see how it turns out. But again, I hope you enjoyed this. I just, like I said, decided to grab the camera and bring you along because why not? Just a quick afternoon project. But we've reached that time in the video where if you enjoyed it, I do hope you'll give it a thumbs up. You know the drill. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. And that bell will let you know every time I post a new video. So I certainly hope that you'll do that. And I certainly hope that you enjoyed this video. Maybe it inspired you to look around your home to see what you can upcycle for a new garden treasure. All right, guys, until next time, I hope you have a blessed day. From Horticulture Geek to you, happy gardening.